Hallelujah. Feast of Unleavened Bread. Blessed Feast of Unleavened Bread 2023, 2026. And they came in today. Hallelujah. 2 hours asking Mel Gibson about the resurrection. While we're watching the resurrection, Mel Gibson. That's a pattern. And it goes right with it. Gibson's film is saying theologically. It's a pattern. We're watching the Mel Gibson fallen angel scene was so disrupting, he almost cut it. That's what we're watching. At the same time, we just opened the box for this. And my stuff, he's talking about fallen angels and nobody else would. Me and my brother Rob have been talking about it since 2015. Once I learned about all this, I knew it was serious. So I'm only confirming what Mel Gibson is doing. But here we are. This was not the first things I saw. RoB SkiBa was not the first person I saw. The very first person I remember seeing was Nathan Thompson. That's who I first ran into. That young kid. He wasn't a young kid. He wasn't a kid, but he looked like a young kid. One of those smart, intelligent, genius kids. And then RoB SkiBa just seemed to be more aligned with me on everything, even on the faith. And that's what really brought me to RoB SkiBa. That's what made me, But look, he even has a globe here, and that was the publishers. Like RoB SkiBa probably didn't have nothing to do with that. I remember seeing this on the TV and seeing it as a globe. I was like, I don't know. Again, publisher's introduction by RoB SkiBa. That's just the funny thing about it. I think I don't know if it's King's Gate. I don't know why they put the globe here. That's still a big thing that I saw when I saw this book. I'm sure it can be explained. You got the UFOs and the Nephilim, the giants, and then of course what's really going on behind it all. Mel Gibson ain't even covering this either, but he is covering the sense of the fallen angels, and so I'm only confirming stuff like that. I have a book coming writing that I'm working on myself, a biography, and then along with the biography comes I also tell the story of with a biography can come a graphic novel. With a biography comes a graphic novel, but you need the biography first. That's what I was saying. My friend yesterday in a big phone call, a long phone call. We're talking about things that we did 39 years ago. I was like, man, we're having a 39-year conversation when we talked about Masters of the Universe and all that, when we had the little toys and all this. So I was telling him, I was like, he's a very big comic book enthusiast, and I was telling him, yeah, I'm working on a graphic novel. Like the idea is there, of course, and it's about to explain the fallen angels. And I was telling him how all that is in play right now, but you gotta really do the research. So I'm on the research the way Mel Gibson was said being on the research too, to understand what's really going on. And it's very ambitious to try to paint the heavenly realms, and along with a mural outside, the mural I'm painting is also ambitious because it's the tree of life, and it's Eden. It's called the page from Eden, the first Shabbat. We don't know what it really looked like. All we can do is relate to what we know today, and just use colors and what we've researched before of the tree of life and what it is and what it does and what the whole beautiful story before the fall. It's really hard. Mel Gibson and myself, when I get the graphic novel, I'm trying to expose the fallen angels too, and it's gonna be tough too. I mean, you just gotta create this other world, and well, like I said, it's ambitious. So hallelujah, we just got these books. RoB SkiBa, rest in peace. Thank you, sister. Hallelujah. Yeah, you did a nice little purchase here. And may you be blessed with wisdom and knowledge. But this ain't everything. We still have to be doers of the word. And that's the hard part. We have to continue, and we have to know that we have to believe this book. Because, man, this man was controlling armies and stuff. They had a lot of people back then. And it's kind of, You gotta ask yourself that question. It says David took unto him more wives, even so. They were really expanding the kingdom in a big form. That's why I think there were so many Israelites. I was like, eight, the soldiers of war. You know, I'm still in First Chronicles, right? We were in First Chronicles reading of the assembly of like wars when when King David was going against Saul, and they were going to make him king, and who was with David's king side, King David's side, and who was King Saul's side. The Father who will be with us, Feast of Unleavened Bread 2026. Thank you. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. All in all the lost tribes. Come on, Gibson, come with it.
The resurrection isn't just the moment Jesus came back to life. It's the moment the entire war changed. The forces that have been fighting for the souls of mankind since the fall of the angels hit a wall they couldn't break through, and Christ walked through it.